All right, we're live. And hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy.
Hello, everyone.
And sorry to everybody. Probably all the Aussies will be here because it doesn't affect them at all.
Daylight savings, it does my head in. I didn't realize, Elisa's, your time zone has changed back because I had no Wi-Fi. We had the cyclone last week, so there was no Wi-Fi, no power, nothing. So I just have, and we've only really just got back into normality. So I didn't even think about that. So my apologies.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No worries. I mean, like I said, everybody here is like all the Aussies, so I'm not surprised. Um,
I know we've got a couple of the Yanks, as we call them, the Americans are here.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
a couple.
yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, we're starting an hour late and it's this happens every time. So um okay, so we haven't caught up in a while, right?
We have not. That's right.
Okay, so tell us about the you guys call it a cyclone, right?
Yes. So it's like it's different to tornadoes. I don't know what is it monsoons? What do you
I think it's a
hurricane?
hurricane.
Hurricane. So yeah, so they were of course were doing all the fear chat on the media. Um, but then when it actually hit, yes, it was really windy, and yes, there was water coming in under windows, and there was some flooding and trees down, but nothing as bad as that tornado that went through the Christmas before. You remember where it just looked like that was like World War III. It was amazing. Yeah, there was stuff that went on. And yeah, most of the Gold Coast city lost power. Like just about every house lost power for some people 7 days. For us, it was 4 days. And our cell phone tower got knocked out. So we had no Wi-Fi. My NBN box, that's the Wi-Fi, blew up. So we had nothing apart from, luckily, Cam and Lisa had brought a generator down from their property, but we only used it like a few hours a day just to do a few things. It was usually used just to empty the pool because that was filling up like every few hours. So, but we were fine. We didn't lose our roof. Nothing bad happened like that. It was just, this is a big storm, and it went on for about 3 days. So yeah, it wasn't a really full on level 4 hurricane. Like it was like level 2. So, but yeah, there was a few people that lost homes with trees and things. But yeah, we're back on board now. It took a few days to clean up everything. I had ants all through my pantry and
Yeah.
cupboards, and because they were trying to find like place to live, and I was just going, you can't live in my pantry. So I cleaned everything. So I had a whole day cleaning pantries and throwing out old food. It was actually wonderful. So I'm really grateful to the ants for that. So yeah, that was our week. So I had no way of connecting with anyone, literally. I had to drive to another suburb to even literally be able to text or I'd do a phone call.
Wow.
So it was a long week. So,
Yeah.
but I'm all
It's
good.
always
I'm
fun.
all good. Yeah.
Always fun to go through that, yeah.
It felt like a really big purification, and it, like the energy, you could feel the angst in the consciousness, from people. I think we talked about that even before the Tuesday one. I could feel it building up on that Monday night, and then it popped, and then yeah, it wasn't too bad after that. It's almost like it cleared something for this consciousness area. It was really
Mm.
interesting. So yeah.
Okay,
So
very
that's
good.
where we've been at. So, and now
Yeah.
I'm just packing and getting organized because I've been working up until last night. And so now I'm like, right, I've cooked half of Clive's chicken because he has chicken twice a day, but he's now only going to get it once a day because I have to do 35 packs of chicken for him because I'm away. So that's all. I've got about another 10 to go. So I've done well, and just
Oh,
packing and yeah, getting organized. He's a very sport cat.
wow. Wow. Wow, Marie, that's amazing. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It is. But Yeah, because he's FIV, like he has a really compromised immune system. I have to keep it so that he's not stressed and that he's happy and that he's getting the food that he likes to eat because his teeth aren't great. Just things like that. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
takes a little bit more TLC than a normal, happy, everyday cat. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. For
which is
sure.
good. So, and
Well,
how
and
have you
uh,
been?
Layla says the little girl's Norwegian in Sweden awake for 1 a.m. Wow, thank you. Wow.
Oh,
So
it's nice
grateful
to
for
see you again,
you.
Layla.
Yeah. So there is I would say lots to talk about. But I didn't write it all down because again I don't stay on that stuff. But I was asked by my daughter
Yep.
that our conversation, she's like, well, did you know that Trump, da 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 da, and I'm like, interesting, I did not know that. I said, let me see what is true and what is not true, but basically I want to read it to you guys because this is what came
Mm.
up. Trump has ordered over 100 million hectares of forest to be chopped down. That's nearly 3 times the size of California. The president, in an executive order, has demanded an expansion in tree cutting across 280 meter acre, 113 million hectares of national forest and other public lands, claiming that heavy-handed federal policies have made America reliant on foreign imports of timber. This Trump executive order is the most blatant attempt in American history by a president to hand over federal public lands to the logging industry, said Chad Hansen, wildfire scientist at the John Muir Project. What's worse, the executive order is built on a lie, as Trump falsely claims that more logging will curb wildfires and protect communities, while the overwhelming weight of evidence shows exactly the opposite. Of course, there's no actual source given.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But so is it true that President Trump has signed an executive order demanding an expansion in tree cutting of national
Interesting.
forests?
So it doesn't say where did your daughter find that? Was it
It was posted by somebody on uh, Instagram.
okay? All right. So first of all, we'll just ask if it is actually true that's his intention to do that.
Yeah. So, and RG is saying it's for lumber will make building homes cheaper. Yeah, but it's killing our trees. So no. uh so we got to find out if this is true, and if it's true, I have a problem with it.
Sure. And well, it's interesting because the first card up is the eight of swords. Now this is when people feel trapped or they feel like they can't. There's something that's actually not being shown. It's like we're not being shown the big picture here.
The whole story. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
always.
what,
Like always.
yeah, as always. So yeah, it's interesting. Let me just see what else I get. Something's out of place because we've got the moon card. So even if he said this, it's actually to wait. It's to do something else because the moon cards come up, and that always tells me that it's going to cause issues, but there's a reason for it. It's going to shift something in the psyche. That's what the moon card always means to me. So I'm just going to check now with a clarity card. So yeah, interesting, because now we've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is the abundance card. So, and this is a lot of people. This is usually a very positive card. So I feel there's something else going on behind this. Yeah, it's like he might have said it, but there's something else going on with it. So because something really positive will come from this.
Well, and I felt it was interesting. It said he demanded an expansion. So I'm wondering if it was already an executive order cutting trees down, and this is just an extension of it, right? Like it's not his idea, is what I'm saying. Like is not his idea. Either way, I have an issue with us cutting our lumber.
And it depends too. Is there a replanting thing? Is there some other environmental aspect that's going to shoot it or off balance it as well?
Yeah.
But like you say, there's something going on, because when I get the Eight of Swords and the Moon card come up together, there's something that's not being
Shown.
expressed
Well,
clearly.
they always show what they want people to freak out about, and not the
Correct.
whole story.
So,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, when that Ten of Pentacles comes up, to me, that's a really positive card. It's a very abundant card, and it's working for the community. So so there's something else there that we don't know about.
Yeah.
That's
So let's see. Kathleen says there's weird things going on in our forest, missing 411 people that disappear, National Forest. Does it have anything to do with that? Let's ask the cards.
Oh yeah, good question, because I know I've heard that as well, Kathleen. So okay, so let's just have a look, see if it's got. So you mean, so what Kathleen's asking is, does this order, is there something behind it where they're actually looking at going in and checking out those areas?
We can ask the question that RG posted, which is, it's for lumber will make building homes cheaper. We can ask if that's the reason.
Whatever it is, it's a really masterful plan, because that King of Swords has come up. So he's someone that has a brilliant way of putting a plan together. So I'm going to just completely check in with that missing people thing as well. I'm getting that's an offshoot. Yeah. So as I was saying that and feeling into that, the Four of Cups has come up. So that's an offshoot. It's not anything that's not why they're focusing on it. But right. It is something that they might look at, maybe, you know what I mean? And to see what if there's anything still sort of going on with that, but it's not the main.
Yeah. And aspect. I would think that that's not a priority right now. So it says, Maree, so thank you, Maree. I was going to ask for someone to look it up.
Yeah. Beautiful. Doesn't that make so much more sense? My computer will crash.
Yeah. Oh. So it seems to be for Alaska. Okay. Oh, so the cutting of the trees will be in Alaska, where there's nobody.
So that makes so much sense, doesn't it? With the cards that came up, I was going, no, there's much more to this story. Yes, he might have said that, but so that is making so much sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, very abundant. So it's going to be, like I said, even for the community where it's happening, when that 10 of Pentacles comes up, it's for them as well. So obviously it's going to support something for them, and who knows? So I think we need more information on that one.
Yeah, you wanna ask about that?
Sure.
If it has something to do with Alaska.
Okay, let's have a look and see.
I wish I could look it up on my computer, but it will crash. If I do anything else other than this, it will crash.
What's that one too? Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it's actually something that's been going on anyway, because that 10 of Wands has come up, but it's nearly sort of finished. So it's just keeping something going, and then there's going to be a big change anyway in what happens and how it's done, because the Tower cards come up. So I'd say it could be Alaska, because it's been going on up there. That's what those cards are telling me. But there's going to be a change. There's going to be a lot of questions asked, and they're going to say, well, are we doing this in the way that's maybe the most beneficial for the people that live there, for the environment, for the whole business? So I think there's going to be a lot of change coming through with these type of industries. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's just what comes through. Yeah. So Layla's actually got another good point there. It's really interesting.
If Alaska, they need more roads, been remote trafficking that could go on without being seen.
Yeah.
Hidden bases there. Yeah.
That sort of resonates. Yeah, I would say that they'll be cleaning up stuff as they go. it's so huge. It's so
Yeah,
interesting.
but if he's going after this now, there's got to be something important that needs to be. I mean, because the first thing as president is not going to be go cut some trees. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why there's much more to this. That moon card always said there's something there that's going to do it, have a big shift in the psyche.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh, what was the other question I had for you? Oh, so he's also let go of forest rangers, which
Okay. Yeah.
doesn't make sense. So I would like to know what the cards have to say about him letting go of the forest rangers,
Okay. Let's have a look and see.
unless the forest rangers themselves were compromised.
Okay, so the first card up is our King of Wands. Again, this is a master of taking action, and it's usually right action. Then we've got our Temperance card. So this is a patience card. There are changes that are happening, but they're usually going to happen slowly. So how many, like, was there an awful lot of them that got taken out, or was it not too many? What level were they at? All that sort of stuff, I think, comes into play with this card. So it's still being worked on. The Eight of Pentacles. There's a reason for it. There must be there's a reason for it, and it's still being worked on. But it's not as drastic as what people are actually saying. There's a Lovers card, so there's definitely a plan here, and it's a coordinated plan. So that it's working. I don't know whether it's working with another aspect of forestry. They're going to change it up. I mean, who knows? They might even start getting once all the WARS has stopped. Maybe they'll get the army to go in as well and help out. You don't know what's planned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Can
Like
we? Yeah. Can we ask about this? I'm really thinking that that this could be a big reason why.
True.
I don't know that it came out of my mouth when I said it. I didn't really like. It was like it just came out.
Yeah, true, really true. And it's so interesting because I saw like the army going in there, which is really weird. So I don't know why I saw that. Again, obviously there's something else going on that we don't know about. So yeah, I'm getting goosebumps. So there's definitely more going on here. Okay, let me just tune into the cards and see if we can get any clarity with that. Whew. Nine of Cups. Yeah. So this is going to bring about a solution or something that's actually wanted. So I would say that there is some yeses in there, Layla, with this. They know what's going on. Strategy. This is a strategy for change. It's the Seven of Swords. So they've actually got a plan for change, yet still keeping some stability. So there's more going on. But Three of Cups, whatever this is about, it's actually going to be a celebration at the end. It's going to be something that's really positive. So I wouldn't get your knickers in a knot too much about this one, because there's definitely something else going on, and it's going to bring about a situation into a much better place. That Six of Swords always brings us in to calmer waters, into a better place from where there's been some disruption and rough waters. So yeah, there's yes, Layla.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Ah. Okay. Very good. So, the next, there's been what they're calling a supercell storm going on here, and it's very interesting. It's something I've never seen before. It is a gigantic storm of tornadoes going only through the center of the U.S. Interesting, because it's the areas that haven't gotten hit with anything bad yet. So it's almost as if they need to cover whatever areas haven't been hit by hurricanes, or it's interesting. So, and it was going to affect literally like all of the central and eastern area. So there's been a lot of wind and stuff, and they were showing in Texas, like this road where the semis, the trucks that are really long, I don't know what you guys call that in Australia.
Yep. Semi-trailers. Yep.
Yeah, they're all toppling like this, one after the other. Like it was like,
Ooh.
yeah, out of the blue, 100-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, that's normal. So, what's going on with this superstorm through the middle of the US? What can the
It's
cards tell us?
yeah, for sure. Let's have
No,
a look and see. Like I said, I felt like what happened here, there was a little bit of combination of Mother Nature and some help that was put into that. So let's just see if well, first of all, is there really a supercell? Like, is this real footage that you've seen as well?
it looked real, but hey, you know what? There was a movie called, oh my God, it was a movie about chasing tornadoes.
Oh, yes, like Twister or something.
Yeah, yeah. So who knows? It could be from that movie.
We just don't know, do we?
Mm-mm.
First card up is our Seven of Wands. Now, when this card comes up, it's about keeping an identity or trying to keep something how it's always been or finding the identity. The Judgment cards come up. So whatever's going on with this, it's going to expose something. It's going to actually bring some truth out as well. So it feels like there is something going on. It doesn't feel like it's as bad as what maybe it's being depicted. Everywhere transformation. This is going to change something. There's something going to show up. You know what I mean? It's going to be exposed because that death card's come up. So
Hmm.
from all of this, it's triggering something.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but I don't feel it's as intense or bad. Nope. Look what we got. The Magician. I was just saying, I don't feel it's as intense or as bad as what is being depicted, because that Magician can often be about smoke and mirrors as well. So that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
So do you get a sense that it's the good guys?
We can ask that. Again, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to know with that one. I'll check with the cards because I'm not getting a sense. But again, they can use plans that were going to be, if they can't fully stop it and do it to help work for what they need done. So let's just see, is this actually a plan within a plan virtually? Yeah, of course we get the King of Pentacles. This is like bringing a plan into reality, the master of it all. So definitely it's being worked with. It might not be something that they wanted to do, but they've had to manipulate to actually use it for the benefit of the White Hats, is what I'm getting. So
Oh, okay.
look at that. Ten of Pentacles. Again, this is a really positive card for a community, for abundance. So they're all reality cards, those pentacles. So there's something else going on. I think there's a lot more going on. Wheel of Fortune. So it's going to bring about change. Well, there will be change with this, but it's going to be done in a way where it feels more natural. I think it could have been really bad what was planned, and they've gone, well, let's use this to do what we need to do. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, very
Okay.
interesting.
So there's two questions that I have here.
Mhm.
They're not related, so I don't know which one to go with. So there's been um, do you know InfoWars, Alex Jones?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I do, and I did see that one of his, co-hosts.
Reporters. One of his reporters, his name's well, I won't say it, but one of his reporters was murdered. So is that true?
Exactly, and then I did happen to see something where he said, "I've been warned to take care as
Yeah.
well." So, yeah, let's just see if that was actually truth, if that original one did happen like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you everybody for hitting the like button. We appreciate you so much and for commenting as well. So is that a yes?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, some saying inside job on Q. AJ, which is Alex Jones, is listed as traitor.
Oh, isn't that interesting? And look, the next card up is the Five of Wands, which is where there's actual
Internal struggle,
and
right?
fighting and change. Oh, I'm just getting goosebumps. So, Maree, that was fantastic timing that you put that up because that card was in my hand and I was, yeah. So let me just, isn't this fascinating? Fascinating,
Wow.
fascinating, fascinating. I mean, we just don't know. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe the next card. The Knight of Swords. This is my military card. So this is all this. It's all part of a plan. So, and I know it all seems so crazy, and yet, you know, if you could probably see this plan from a bigger perspective, you'd go, "Oh my gosh, that was going on way back there, and now it's here, and then they've used it to get to here." I think it would be so complicated, our heads would spin.
So are we thinking that, are we saying Alex Jones then is changed his loyalty?
Well, I mean, let's face it, a lot of them got the you do this and it won't be as bad for you. You know what I mean? It's like if you do what we want you to do, then you're not going to have the consequences as badly as what you would have had.
Yeah, but are you saying then he was a bad guy and now he's turned into a good guy? Is that what we're saying? Because I thought it's the opposite. I thought if he killed this reporter.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
No, I know he didn't do it. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, okay, so RG says Alex Jones has been replaced 2.0.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look, so we got the Four of Pentacles, which to me is a very strong foundation. It's been there for a long time. And then we got the Six of Swords, which is where something is moving into a better place. So there was definitely a shift from the original foundation of who that person was working for and who he was. Okay. And we've got our Queen of Cups, and she's someone that contemplates sadness and grief, literally emotions. So there was some coercion, there was something that went on there, and you know, who knows, maybe there is a 2.0. We can ask that, or whether he's had to be the 2.0 version of who he was as well, because that's been happening too, apparently.
Well, we can ask if he was replaced, because that way that would be a 2.0 confirmation.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just have a look and see if it's the original and he's had to do the flip to. Let's have a look and see if that's what's happened. We'll just see if that's what we get. Oh, that one's really.
Great question, Kathleen. We'll ask your question next.
Yeah, look at these cards. Oh my gosh. So we've got our Six of Wands. This is a victory. So there was a victory with him that he had to flip. Page of Pentacles, it was done in small increments because that's a reality card, but it's when you have to learn something new. So it was done over time. This was small step at a time. And the celebration card. So whatever they wanted him to do, they feel he's done it, if that makes sense. So I feel he stayed and was actually, but he had to flip.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm confused because I thought originally he was telling us, I mean, I know I saw a video from like 20 years ago where he was telling us what the government was doing to us. So I thought he was always.
But they do that. They do that. Identity. This identity cards come up. They do that so that we trust, so that there's trust. You know what I mean? So that the people, yeah, that are the ones that sort of are a bit more awake. There's a trust there. So that's what they're doing, is their actions they take create that over years. The strong foundation, that Four of Pentacles was there. I don't know. That's just what the cards are saying. And guys, I always say this, listen to your own discernment. I'm just picking up what I get from the cards and whatever little intuitions come through for me. So if you don't agree, that's absolutely fine. You know, make sure you do your own discernment.
Yeah, absolutely. So Biden signed a last-minute pardons with auto pen, and today Trump said they were all voided. They're saying
Mhm.
all Obama's auto-signed executive orders may be voided too. Is that true?
Wow, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because didn't Biden pardon all these particular people with
yeah,
the auto pen?
including
Yeah.
his son. Yeah,
And remember, a lot of people were getting really, really upset about that. And I kept saying, don't worry about it. There's no way that that is going to be an ongoing issue. And sure enough, look at this now. So,
well, yeah, I mean, again, I think that was only to show people these people were bad. It was just a way to show that they did do something wrong already ahead of, you know, the new administration putting it out there.
correct. Exactly. And yeah, it's just so fascinating, isn't it? And of course, why would you need to be pardoned unless you'd done something wrong? I
Right.
mean, that's the basic question. So, okay. So you want me to ask first of all that they will be voided? Is that the first thing that you want me to ask?
Yeah.
Biden, Biden's will
Uh-huh.
be voided. Let's just check
Yeah.
with that first. Huh, looks like it. We've got our military card again. We've got our sword. Yeah, I would say that it's been. I think it's been part of the strategy, and I don't think it was even real because I didn't get the feeling it was real when I
Right.
first heard it. I
Yep.
had some friends that were getting upset about it, and I was going, guys, honestly, I'm not even worried about this. I don't think it's a thing. And they were going, oh, we'll have to wait and see. So it was really triggering people.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. Yeah, look at that as I'm talking about it. The Seven of Cups, that's my chaos card. It created emotional chaos for people,
Yeah.
which is the job because then people start looking, well, why would he need to pardon them? What's really going on? So yeah, I have a feeling that it was perfectly done. So look at that. Ten of Cups, beautiful rainbow card. This is our happy emotional aspect, feeling secure. Everything's going to be fine. I reckon, yep, they'll all be voided and the truth will come out about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So interesting.
Isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, okay. So,
Yeah.
um, is it gonna come out? I mean, you asked about, do we need to ask about the Obama thing, or
We can do if you like.
they're
So
saying all Obama's auto-signed executive orders may be voided too? Okay, let's ask if Obama's auto-signed orders will also be voided.
let's have a look and see. I mean, and it depends what sort of longevity they had on them as well. You know, how far reaching were they? But yeah, I didn't know that there was such a thing as an auto
Me
pen.
either.
I
Me either.
was going, what is that? All right, so
Right.
let's just for Obama and just see if that's going to be an issue. Oh, okay. Gee, that one's hot. I think this is card of the day. It's Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that are really when it will happen because it's going to be really good for a lot of people in the community, which whatever that has affected them. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was just going to ask about, was it Obamacare or something that people talk about as saying it's like a nightmare or there's
Oh,
something.
Obamacare? Yeah, the
Yeah,
health insurance.
yeah, yeah. So that when that got brought into place, it was done slowly, but that just popped into my mind when I was asking this question about executive orders. I was going, what sort of executive orders would he have done that have affected people? So that I feel that might have been one of them that will be reversed. So, oh my gosh, yes, of course, that temperance cards come up again. So there is change coming. Again, it's going to keep people in an emotionally stable place as it happens. So it may take a little bit of time for all of this to happen, but it will happen and the change will be really positive. So I
Okay.
would say yes to that.
Okay.
To certain ones, I guess, that, have really affected people.
Yeah,
So
that's wonderful. That is
Yeah.
wonderful. So this one, the next question that we have is, what is the point for Mike Obama to be in podcasts? I'm not really sure what you think the cards can answer this? Probably, right?
Maybe we can get an idea, Nell. So it's happening. So yeah. So Big Mike's going to do some podcasting? Is that like the whole gist of this? Is that what's happening? I presume.
I don't know. I thought that they had not heard from Michelle in a while, so I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not even her
It's not
any.
even probably going to
Her,
happen. Yes. I mean,
she is.
has it started? Has anyone um does anyone know if the Big Mike things have started at all? Be interesting to know. But let's just find out if we can get an idea as to what's going on. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I was just getting the hit that it's almost like bringing attention back onto the Big Mike situation, because something that's been hidden, when the Four of Swords comes up, it will be revealed, but it's been hidden. And I feel that they tend to lock attention onto a particular person when they want to bring out a truth. And can you imagine the truth? The Seven of Cups is chaos. Can you imagine the truth and how it's going to affect a lot of people that haven't even, I mean, it took me a little while to really understand and know. It was years ago about the Big Mike situation. I was going, no, that can't be true. But then I researched and I just was looking and watching and I went, oh my goodness, I think this is right. And so I mean, that was time I had to get used to that. So who
So
knows? But
what Nels is saying is that
her
she
brother
and
and
brother have began one this week, I think. Oh, yeah.
interesting. Well, we've got our Empress card came up just as you put that in now. So the Empress is someone that creates something, and it's always for a purpose, and it's usually positive. But what I feel is happening again is it's bringing the attention back onto her for some reason. Yes, we've got a big yes with that because that's the Ace of Swords. So there's a plan behind this. Okay, this
Ah,
is not you going, oh, I'm going to do a podcast. Oh no, this is the plan, part of a plan. So
and it's probably not her anyway.
I was
I
just
believe.
getting that as
Yeah.
well. It's not. It is not.
I mean,
So, mm,
yeah.
and it's a little bit like Hillary. She was like 2 feet shorter, when she came back, sort of thing. So they make it pretty obvious as well. So it'll be interesting. So
Yeah.
no, that's not her, and it's all part of a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoot, I just forgot the question I was going to ask you.
I hate that.
Um, so I was reading that Obama's social security number is the social security number of a dead man that never collected on social security benefits, on like the death was never. Somehow there's something in the books that happens that nobody researches if it doesn't happen. Like if somebody dies and they don't collect on the social security, basically.
Right, right. So it was like a null and void, but available to be used.
Yeah. And so it happened that his grandmother worked at the social security office in
Yep.
Hawaii, which I'm not even sure if that's even true. So will that ever come out? Can we ask the cards if it will ever come out that he was not a citizen of
Yeah,
the
really good
United
question.
States?
Yeah. I know because you hear it and you hear it from so many different sources and whatever. So let's just find out if that will actually happen. Yeah, he was contracted in. this was a whole, the Three of Pentacles is always about a contract. So he was contracted in, and they made him look like he was a really strong citizen, like that strength card. You know, they did a good job, man. They've got a lot of money. They can do a lot of putting money in the right pockets to get things done as well. So that one's really hot. I'm just going to see what this card, oh, ouch. Wow. They did such a good job. They had it so balanced. It's like it's fooled the world. Like the actions they
Oh,
took,
totally.
balanced. You know, and people just cannot, their minds sometimes cannot warp enough to go even into that space to believe that could happen. So I'm going to ask what the consequences of this might be, you know, when they bring it out. Well, I really feel they will bring it out. They have to, because if they're going to have such a big change within our governmental system, you know, for the people, then there has to be. Yeah, and as I said that, I love this. I got the Fool card. Now, what's the Fool card? The Fool card is about a whole new way of doing things. It's like stepping over the ledge, but having faith that everything is going to work out. So absolutely, they'll probably bring that out, or they'll have this new system that they've already talked about, this really wonderful citizen, people are actually respected, and then maybe that stuff will come out. So people will go, oh, thank God we've got this to move to. Thank God. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like almost you have to have the solution before you show what the problem was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing a lot of that. There's a lot of strategy to the way they're doing things. So, okay, so I got the question back in my head. It had to do with Bernie Sanders. So Bernie Sanders has been going out on talks about how now the oligarchs are taking over, being Trump and the rich, right? So now it's this huge movement that's filling up auditoriums, talking about like the rich taking over and blah blah blah. And so it's it
Furthering.
might make a difference in the future. So I want to know, um could this really make a difference in the future in a bad way?
So what's his name? What's the person's name again?
Bernie Sanders, he's a senator.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Let's just see if it's actually going to have an impact on indoctrination or on people's ability to freely research and look at things. So let's just see if what he's doing is okay. So the Justice card has come up. I'm going to pull the other two before, and the Sun card has come up. So I don't feel it is. I feel this is going to almost have the opposite effect. It's like yeah, it's so weird. It's really weird. I'm getting like, again, there's another plan here almost.
Okay.
So there's another card in here that's really hot. I'm just gonna, yeah, it's you. The Star. Yeah, this is like a bigger plan again. So it's almost like making people see that that's exactly what we've been living through, is this whole oligarch, you know, the 1%, all of that. The fact that he's saying that he thinks it's Trump and it's all of that, you know, those people, to me, it's part of the plan, because the more that actually does come out, the more of the truth that comes out. And when this whole new way of being comes out, that Fool cards come up again in perfect timing from this. I think that's when people will go, oh my God, we got so fooled again. We got so tricked again, almost, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I don't feel it's going to have an impact down the track. There's something about it. Was Bernie Sanders, was he like a big part of the deep state? I
Yeah, he
don't
was
know.
a huge socialist. I used to love Bernie. I
Oh, did
used
you?
to love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think they're in a way, because to me it felt a little bit convoluted when I was tuning into it. It's almost like they're using him now to do this in a way so that people see how tricked they can be, and how someone, again, it's a Trump derangement syndrome all over again, really, isn't it? So
Well,
maybe
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
people up, you
yeah,
know, waking them up to the system we've had in place for what, 2,000, 3,000 years, whatever it's been, thousands of years.
yeah.
I'd say that's what this is doing.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's convoluted. Yeah, look at that. King of Pentacles. Great plan and then bring it into reality. This is actually bringing it in for this reality for people to
okay,
have a question.
okay. All right. Well, that makes me feel better. Okay, so um, there's this channel that has 171,000 followers, subscribers, that is saying that the Iraqi dinar has been revalued and the Vietnamese dong also has been revalued. So the right now the Iraqi dinar is up to $4 and the Vietnamese dong is up to $3.10. When I looked it up online at the just current exchange, it's still what it was before. Nothing has changed.
Mm.
So so is this actually happened and it hasn't like trickled down, or is just a scammer video, a scammer webs YouTube channel?
Yeah. Or
It's
maybe they've
a,
in, you know, yeah, maybe they've just got some information that's not really cohesive. It's not, yeah,
well,
let's
and
have a look at it.
it's a, the channel itself is an AI. You can tell it's an AI channel. It doesn't have a somebody's name on it, and whenever you see the video, there's nobody, no, not a person. It's just words. So I think it's
Yeah,
AI driven. But what I want to know is why is it out there?
yeah, you're right. It is AI driven because I was asking that as you were talking. So yeah, but we'll check why it's out there for sure.
Yeah, why is it out there? Is it
Yeah,
really happening, or is this just tricking people, or is it, what is it? What's the idea?
yeah. Okay, let's have a look and see. In a way, it's step by step. It's actually taking action, so people start thinking about it, because there has to be some sort of leveling thing that happens, within the financial setup through all the different countries. There has to be. So it's almost like a planting a seed for people, because the Four of Wands has now come up. So this is when people are safe, secure, in a beautiful community environment, home, whatever. It's a really positive steps. So I feel like it's setting a foundation. It's making people stop and ask the question, well, what does this mean? What is this about? Why are they talking about Iraqi dinar? Why are they talking about financial card, Ace of Pentacles? Why are they talking about Vietnamese dong? So it's definitely somehow bringing some attention and light onto the whole issue that not every country has been treated fairly, and they've actually deliberately had their money tanked. So yeah, that's what the cards are saying. So yeah.
Okay. So almost like they do with us on the weather, where they forecasted just so we create it for them.
True. And that's it. And so this might be people going, well, why are they, what's this thing about? What is this? So who knows? But it's going to it's going to have people asking more questions. So yeah, I don't anything like that. I just don't even take a notice of it anymore. I just know that when it's going to happen, it'll just happen.
Yeah,
Literally.
no, definitely. And for some reason, it was on my feed, and I was like, well, maybe I need to pay attention and see that it's happened. Like I thought in my head, oh, okay, finally it's happened. I haven't paid attention to it in
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. Same, same, same,
So
same.
it just
Yeah.
appeared out of nowhere. So I was like, well, maybe it did happen finally.
Yeah.
So interesting. Okay. Okay, the next question was from Lila. I saw a report from China about the lack of people in the cities. The Chinese that are left are noticing empty buildings and plenty of space on the subway in major cities, rural towns too.
Hmm.
So let's ask,
Hmm.
what is, if this is true, and if it's true, why?
So, Layla, I will say I did watch a really interesting documentary that was done in China. So, what the Chinese people feel is that to have financial security or to feel financially affluent, they have to buy investment properties. So, they put all their money into these new cities that are going up, into these investment blocks and properties. But a lot of them are just way too expensive for anyone to live in. And so a lot of them just end up empty. But they can't stop this cycle of almost investing because that's what they feel gives them this affluence. So that I know when I watched that, I went, oh my goodness, it's just like capitalism on steroids. So that might help a little bit as well with the answer, I think, for that question. But yeah, of course I'm going to ask if it's true. So
Lack of people in the cities. Why are people not in the cities? The Chinese that are
can't
left.
afford it. That one. Wow. So the Emperor cards come up. So it's almost like I said, it's almost like this master plan of you have to have all these things or you don't have wealth. And it's created, it's literally they're going to have a blowout. That Ten of Swords is like it's just going to blow out. It's going to end. You know what happened in everywhere in 2008? It's almost literally going to be the same thing. It's
Oh,
crazy because of that mindset, that what's being put out there.
mm.
Interesting. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. It's going to go back to one step at a time, building your wealth, not doing it that way where it's like this, have to keep investing in this, Yeah. So I'm glad I watched that documentary because it sort of makes a lot of sense with this as well. Yeah. So, so Layla, I feel it's a combination of factors. It's this overinvestment where they just keep building and building and building to keep, and then no one can afford to live there. Yes, it's crazy.
Wow.
So
Wow,
the
wow.
rural towns, I'm not sure why. If that's real, let's just ask and see if the rural towns, if it's true. Let's just see. It's almost like the Ten of Wands. So it's almost like people have nearly finished being in that environment. It's like a lot of them maybe are moving anyway to somewhere else, but I don't feel it's as bad as maybe what is being depicted. Oh, that one's hot. No, Hanged Man. That to me is about suspending a belief or suspending something. So it's not exactly how it's being portrayed around the rural areas. So it's like surrendering to something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Um, where is okay? So Kathleen wanted to ask Jasper how he's doing today.
yeah, we can do that. But also Layla's also talked about how the population numbers aren't what we've been told. And I actually absolutely agree with that. And I believe too that some NPCs are definitely moving on. But I absolutely, the population they've told us, it's a big fat furphy. It's not even possible when you look at all the different populations and different countries. So I agree with that. So, okay. So let's tune into Jasper. So what do you want to know? Just we've
Well,
got
let me
anything?
ask Jasper
Or,
something. So
sure.
something came to mind um, about connecting all the skulls that we have in the group. So having one day where we bring all the skulls that we have in our group and connecting them all together, making like a huge grid around the world. Can he tell me what he thinks about that?
He's so excited. He's so excited. He's like, yes, he's just going off. The energy coming through is massive. So yeah, he's really excited about that. So
Okay.
because so when crystal skulls do connect, they actually download to each other as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
because I think because Ali mentioned she had a crystal skull being that
Right.
she was
That's what came to mind was when
yes, that'd be
Abby
amazing.
yeah, went and got one, I was like, it came to mind, I'm like, we should connect all of them because they do connect to each other. And if we connect them
Yeah,
through our essence, through our energy, I feel like we could really create a strong um, light grid of some kind. And who knows what kind of energy we could start manipulating with all of us and the skulls together.
totally. Well, Jasper was just showing me all this light just going through. And remember, each skull has its own properties, it has its own way of being. He's very much the overseer, the bigger perspective, or, you know, the cosmic sort of perspective. So, yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what came through when we did put them all together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
So
I know
you are going to be, when are you back? Because I know you're not bringing Jazzy with you, right?
he's 3
No.
kilos, man. I've taken him a
Yeah.
few times and it's been hard work. He said he's
Yeah.
coming etherically with me, but yeah, so I think I'll be at your place for a Monday night.
Yeah. But then when do you
Um,
go back to Australia where we could do it with you and Jazzy there?
yeah, so I think it's the 28th. So we could maybe do it on, oh no, that's March. Sorry. No, no, it'll have to be the next week. So it'll have to be
April.
May. Can you believe it? It's going to have to be May because I don't get back till after the show. Yeah, on that. Yeah, so I fly in. I think on the like 28th, really late or something. So I won't be able to do the show. So maybe the next week. So that would be
Wait,
your.
wait, hold on. Hold on. You're coming on the 23rd of March, 21st of March, and you don't come back till the end of April?
Because I've got a wedding and a cruise and all sorts of things to do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're spending that first time with you, and then we're off down, doing the rest of the trip.
Oh, my. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the date then? April what? Oh, no, you
The,
said May 5th?
yeah.
I think I'm in the Vipassana retreat that week.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You're booked in for that. We might be able to do one while I'm with you. We could see how we go.
No, but I think you need to, I feel like you need to have Jazzy with you.
Okay. Well, we'll leave that one until we can actually do that and have everyone together. That's no
Yeah.
biggie. That's all right. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my
So
definitely my
all right, well, watch out, you guys. Watch out for that, okay? If you have a crystal skull of any
yeah.
kind, please be aware that we are going to have a crystal skull show where we're going to connect them and see where it takes us. This might be a big deal, and I don't even know it.
I know.
I don't
I love
know.
that. And it's always the unexpected. It's always like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that. It's just so cool, so much fun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so yeah. So Christine's asking where Jasper will be. Jasper will be on the altar. I've got a beautiful altar here. So this is, I'll show you actually if you like. Oops. So that's my beautiful altar. So he sits there with all of his other crystal friends and all of the animal friends and the beautiful high frequency template. So he'll just go off traveling, do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He'll be with
All
me a
right.
lot of the time. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so then does that mean we're not having a show the whole month of April then? It sounds like.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good to know. Um what else was I going to ask you? Um I don't have any other questions here. Do we want to look at just to get some idea of what let's see, March of this week is going to bring?
Sure, let's have a look. Just as an overall general, whatever comes through from Jasper that's most relevant for all of us here in this beautiful soul family. Okay, so Jasper, just give us a wow. Do you know what he just showed me? It was just like, whoa. It was like this green, beautiful green color, and it was like this gorgeous wooden door. And it's like it just opened and then you could step into the light. So I feel that there could be some healing for people on whatever level maybe they need it, whether it's emotional, spiritual, mental, physical. So maybe have that intention, because he showed me this beautiful green light and then stepping through a door into the light. So maybe we could make that a focus for this week.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And
It's
so,
beautiful.
yeah, that is. So then the last show we'll have will be next week on Monday when you're here, when we do it together. And that will be the last, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
So
So we'll see you guys next week then.
Lisa and I will be together. That's so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fun. So I definitely look forward to that. All
Yeah.
right, everybody. We love you so much. And we'll talk to you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.